So you guys are all hip hop heads. I gotta. Yes. What do you guys think of this Euphoria when you guys heard it?
Yeah.
Because I've listened to it like legit 30 times.
Have you listened to it?
Like 30 times.
I listened to it a lot. I was at the Clippers game yesterday, and they played this shit 3 times.
Damn.
That's crazy to me that they're like.
And that's because they ride or die for Kendrick, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like, but they're not gonna play that shit at the Lakers game, right?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Really?
I mean,
Not
if they were in Toronto, they would play the Drake one.
Yeah, it's West Coast.
But here's how I think about it, right? It's funny the way that both of the diss tracks totally embody the people as artists. You know, like Drake's is like a replayable banger. When I first heard it, I was like, yo, why is Drake the king of beefs? Like, how's he gonna come back? This is a banger. I'm gonna slap this. And then Kendrick's came out, and it's like he's such an artist.
Yeah.
And like 6 minutes, you know, switch ups.
It's almost like a story. Had like a climax.
Yeah. It was, and also another thing I liked. So Drake's was like, he was taking shots, he was having fun, whatever. Kendrick's was like direct how I feel. He was like, I hate that you do this. I hate that you do that. And I was like getting goosebumps.
Stop saying
talking
nigga.
about this and that. Bro, Loki, I got Kendrick right now.
Nigga, no
When he said, they call you the boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't never seen him. I was like, oh.
I was like, damn.
Even the Tupac shit about Tupac's ring that Drake bought.
Yeah.
And when he said he would be turning in his grave, like, I was like,
He said, I'll
goosebumps
double
and
the whatever is before a Canadian.
I just don't even understand why they're beefing. Like, what? Can you explain it to me?
I think it's just because I think it all started with the Control shit where Kendrick was. I think Kendrick like really gives a fuck about like the sport of this shit.
Yeah.
And I think like if you know Kendrick, like he's very, very like he's like a high integrity dude, and like he noticed like the thing about Kendrick is like he's out the way, but like I think he notices like certain shit bothers him. You know what I'm saying? And like I just think Kendrick is he's the boogeyman.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with him.
Well, what I heard was that that Cole and Drake song, right? The
First person shooter.
Yeah. They asked Kendrick to get on it, and Kendrick declined, and that's where all the shit happened.
right?
Yeah. But also, like, at the end of the day, like, they're both winning. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah,
they're
like,
both making so much money.
I love
off
that they're
of
on
these
DSPs
songs,
and shit.
bro.
All the songs are on Spotify and shit.
Yeah, they're making bread, bro.
How do you feel about the Drake diss? Like the
Push-ups?
Yeah.
I actually thought okay, so obviously Like That to me is a fucking banger.
Yeah.
It was number 1 on Billboard 3 weeks in a row. And then Push-Ups comes, I think it took Drake like, I think it was 29 days to reply.
That's tough.
And then he's talking about why Kendrick.
It was something like that. It was 29, 26, something like that. But Push-Ups was cool. Because I'm looking at it like, okay, this fool's got to reply to The Weeknd. He's got to reply to A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
He's got to reply to Future, Rick Ross. He's got to reply to fucking John Moran, apparently.
Gunna out here catching strays.
Yeah, so I was like,
Boom, and he violated Metro Boom.
I was like, you know what? This is cool. But I also said, like, okay, you really can't say much about Kendrick except for he's a short guy.
That's it. That's all he had.
And, like, maybe he had a bad deal with TDE. But I'm not in their business, so I couldn't speak to that. I know he never complained about it.
Yeah.
And Drake,
There's a lot of shit you can say, you know.
like, you didn't even reply to Pusha T.
Yeah. And that was mentioned.
And you're signed to, like, a bunch of... Well, at a certain... And again, now Drake is obviously evolved from whatever deal he was in. But when he first came into the game, you know, he was signed to Lil Wayne, who had a deal with Cash Money, who had a deal with Universal. And I think...
a piece of a piece of a piece.
I think Kendrick Lamar's diss record is so fucking crazy that, like, it's just like anything that if you listen to it over and over, you're just like, damn, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
Like, someone told me Joel Osteen, because he mispronounced the actress.
Haley Joel Osment. But he said Joel Osteen.
But they say he did that on purpose because Joel Osteen, the preacher, has been accused of ghostwriting his speeches.
Oh, shit. See, he be digging deep.
He's got layers.
So people are like, yo, he said it on, like, because he mispronounced the preacher's name and the actor's name at the same
He
time.
don't make mistakes. That nigga don't make mistakes.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Also, the whole thing where he was like, I hate that you do this, I hate that you do this.
DMX.
That was from the DMX shit. I saw that today. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, dude. And then the shit about being a father was like, oh.
Tough.
Dog. Like, but you don't really know about that. I'm like, bro. And just the way he ended it when he was like, ooh, I was like, oh, dog, he's got some more shit. Like,
how do you compare this to like a Biggie and Pac kind of?
I mean, people died. You know?
That's the thing.
that's the
the Biggie and
difference.
Pac beef was like some.
What about like Jay and Nas? Like,
I think this.
Ether and Takeover.
Listen, I think Takeover was, you know, if you listen to Takeover, obviously it's not the most direct Nas diss. It's a song in which Nas is mentioned, Mobb Deep, Prodigy is mentioned.
Yeah.
Ether to me was crazy. then there was like Super Ugly, which was whatever. I think Nas had a Paid in Full freestyle that came out too after that. I think this though, because you got to understand, like when like Nas and Jay-Z were beefing, like Nas was kind of like, this was after Nostradamus, before Stillmatic, and Nas was kind of like the guy, but he was like kind of cold, you know?
He was falling off.
This is like Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
I know, that's crazy.
And everything
And J. Cole.
Honestly,
Yeah,
thank
facts.
God, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We're feasting right now.
We're living
bro.
in a really good
It's
time.
fucking
that
like
shit is
it's
crazy.
insane. It'd be, you know, it's just crazy. It'd be
All
like if Lil
definitively-
Wayne and Jay-Z beefed in '08, you know, like
Yo, how do you feel about J. Cole apologizing? I thought
was
that
the
was the
lamest
most
shit ever.
That's the most J. Cole shit he could
I
have done.
fuck
That
with
was
J.
a-
Cole,
yeah.
and I'm not
It
gonna
works with
sit
his
here-
lore.
I'm
I
not
love
gonna-
Cole. I respect that like he's moved a certain way for the last decade and like
But
know,
you a rapper, bro. You
I know,
MC,
but like, you know, but like look, I don't like it, but I respect it. You know.
It's very him. He's gonna be himself.
And
through
like I do think it does unfortunately like take take him out of a lot of conversations.
for sure.
That's the thing.
Because
I
it used to be
respect
the, it used to be the
man.
big three. I never really. I love. I mean, I got respect for Cole. I never really thought that he was part of that. Like,
I always did
I always did as well.
because I would see J. Cole come to LA and sell out 3 nights straight and
Yeah,
like
true.
yeah, I mean look,
I was sleeping, maybe.
Cole's one of the goats, like
And he
for
know
sure.
how to rap, bro. Like people were making fun of his diss. That shit was fake hard.
It was cool, but
That
the
shit
problem
was
is
hard.
is
No,
Cole
it
didn't
wasn't
believe any
hard.
of the shit he was
Yes, it
saying.
was.
yeah,
It
you
was
could feel
definitively
it.
not
It
hard.
wasn't.
Cole does not believe
No,
that To
wow.
Pimp a Butterfly is not a great album.
No,
There's no fucking
it
way,
wasn't
bro.
hard.
That
So, like,
album
he's
is
just-
like a
That's the
10
hard-
out of
and
It
10.
just felt like he was doing it to do it. Because again, what are you going to say about Kendrick?
But at least he came
Yeah.
back right away.
Exactly. But like,
It wasn't-
what are you going to say about Kendrick?
Maybe I just like the
can't say shit.
conductor beat. The
you can't say
conductor
shit
is
about
crazy.
Kendrick. And
Don't
that's
beef with him.
look, man. This we'll see what Drake said. He got some shit, but I mean,
And
it takes
also
30
all that
days.
shit that Drake was talking about on the last one, being about like, why are you taking so long to respond? This nigga better come back.
What
like,
is he
right
gonna
the
say?
fuck now.
What the fuck is he gonna say now?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
He's gonna have to pull out some fucking.
do you know what? So in the beginning, where he said, "I make raps that electrify, you make raps that
To
pacify,"
pacify.
but he said, "I could dive more into that line, but I won't. That's a random act of kindness."
Yeah.
Because you know Drake got some. You know he was.
Yeah, I remember that Millie Bobby Brown shit.
I'm just saying. I actually think as
Drake
scathing
will come for us,
as
Pacho.
scathing as
Yeah,
as
nah, we
scathing as Euphoria was. I feel like that was like a warning shot.
I think so
Yeah,
too. I think
yeah,
he's got a
for
lot
real.
more to go.
You
Because
know-
there's shit that people say about Drake that nobody has mentioned, and like, because you know, maybe people are scared Drake has a lot of power. I don't even
I
want to
think-
speak on it.
Yeah,
You know
I don't
how
wanna
Drake
talk about
wins
it.
though? He drops his next song with Absol, Schoolboy.
But those guys are still loyal to.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
Absol was on that Cole.
But I think like that's why the dream. So the Dreamville TDE, like they're so intertwined.
Yeah.
Like if you think of the Cause Reason record on the Dreamville album, like I mean Cole and Kendrick were supposed to do a whole album together. Their fans are kind of the same folks. Like
Yeah.
Dreamville Fest had Schoolboy Q and SZA on it before this beef was even a thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like that's why it was like I think that's why Cole was like, well, what am I doing here? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
beef against this dude. This is my guy. Like,
Nah, I respect it. I respect it.
but you know, I think it does remove him from certain
The
conversations.
only thing I'm mad about is that I just wanted to hear him rap more about it. Like I just wanted to hear more records.
Yeah,
from
'cause
him.
that nigga got bars
Because
for
he know
days.
how
You
to
should just
and
rap
I
on
really
Why
do
Can't
know
We
that.
Be Friends?
I want to beef with somebody.
Let's beef.
I want to.
Let's beef with Drake. Let's just start it right now. Fuck him.
No, bro. That's like beefing with McDonald's.
Yeah,
you don't want to beef with yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
that nigga can pull
he's
some
very
strings.
He's the Walmart of hip hop.
Call on the radar. He's a call on the radar. Yo, take that shit down, bro.
Take that every single one.
Niggas wanted something that's gone.
I think though that like I hope that like I just hope Drake comes out because I think Kendrick's pointing out what I always have said about Drake is like he hasn't really evolved like as a dude, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how he feels about any issues. Like
Because he's so
he's the
big, he
safest
can't-
motherfucker.
He's like Michael Jordan in that
He's like
way.
John Cena, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like John Cena, just go heal for like a year, you know, like we don't need you to be this fucking cookie cutter ass motherfucker at all times.
Facts.
But you don't get that big without being sort of neutral.
And Universal.
Yeah.
True, in more than one way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Republic.
Give us a call.